Hi YouTube, this is Teresa here. This is my first video and I'm going to be documenting I believe I'm going to do 30 days this time, juice fast, juicing for June. And I'm just wanting to share with people a little bit of my journey and how it is when you begin to cleanse and awaken your body and your soul through juicing and raw living foods and your spirit and your mind and aligning with God. So just a little bit of information about me. I have been, I probably started my journey with the raw living foods in 2011 when I lived in Nice, France. And I started then, I had given birth to my son, who's now 12, and I couldn't get off I couldn't get off this 30 pounds of weight that I was carrying. I was in my relationship with my former spouse, wasn't happy. Not that he's a bad person, but we were not aligned correctly. That's a better word to put it. And just eating dead foods. And I had a lot of pain in my back, and because of my birth, I had the shot put in my back, the epidural, and it didn't work, and I had constant pain. Well, at that time, I lived in Nice, France, and I had remembered learning about the master cleanse. So I did that for 17 days. That was my first longer fast. And during that time, I was watching YouTube, and I wasn't even doing the master cleanse correctly. I didn't do the saltwater cleanse or anything. So, but I didn't know, but I still reaped a lot of benefits. I lost 20 pounds. I never had that back pain again, ever, after that first cleanse. And then God started showing me, my heart and my mind started to open up through this fasting. There was showing me the raw living foods, but my gut, was pretty trashed from a childhood of being on constant antibiotics, stress. I lived in Tahiti, French Polynesia for 9 years, off and on throughout my life. And the first year I lived there, I had food poisoning 30 times. So that really wreaked havoc on my gut. So even if you do a longer cleanse and then you just start throwing the raw living foods into an environment that's not used to it and full of junk and sludge, it takes a long time. So let's fast forward this a little bit. Anyways, I had started eating the raw living foods, and then we moved back to Tahiti. We lived in France for a couple of years, moved back to Tahiti. I did my second 21-day juice fast in Tahiti, and that really opened up a lot of things, but that was more mental and emotional things. And I ended up leaving my former spouse and moving back to the States. And that's where I've been for the past 9 years. And I've gone off and off on this journey of the raw living foods, but it keeps coming back to me. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is the right way. And in 2020, before the pandemic started, I was led to go on another 21-day fast in January. But that one I did more keto style because at that time I was eating meat. But I had also been practicing intermittent fasting at first for weight loss since 2019. Or 18, sorry, the end of 2018. But what happened is it began to open my spirit. Just from the intermittent fasting, I started to change, and I wasn't wanting to be in toxic relationships or drink and party and hang out with people that weren't, not that they're bad people, but they're not on the same trajectory as me, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And so as this kind of process is happening, I'm being led, and I did the 21-day. It was water, coffee, and bone broth. And I did a little bit of cayenne pepper lemonade and some juices, but I wasn't using my juicer at the time because it is work, but it's wonderful work. Anyways, and then after that, I began to open up spiritually. I was having premonitory dreams I knew about the pandemic. I knew about these fires. Like my spirit, my prayer life just amped up crazy. I mean, my whole life changed from that. And God started showing me different things, and then started talking to me about the raw living foods and this healing center that he wants me to open up. So then in 2020, 21, I did another 21-day fast, but that was on the juices. And then I did a couple 3 days, 1 day. I fast periodically, but shorter fast. And then at the end of 2021, I had some things happen and I did a 40-day, and I was like, I'm gonna get this mucoid plaque out. I did a 40-day fast, and my dad actually had passed away on the 30th day, which was weird, but it was sad, but it was like, I think the fast helped me. And I talked to him right before he had passed away in his sleep. He had a heart attack, and he didn't live by me, so that whole day I kept feeling like I need to call my parents, I need to call my dad. And he passed away, and I was the last person I talked to, but I cried when I found out in the morning, but then I felt this joy coming, because I know he's in heaven, he's in total paradise. Like, why am I sad? He's not here anymore. But so I did that 40-day fast, and then 2022 I did not longer ones, because after that I got COVID, and my body was pretty weak from that. And anyways, I started going back at the end of this year, really, and even last year I started going just for the juices, but eating raw foods and juices. And this year, the beginning of this year, January, I did 21-day juices. I've done 9 days when at the spring equinox around that time, and now I wanted to wait till the solstice, but I felt led to start this one now, another 30 days, which my body is craving it, and it's literally cutting out all my addictions. I mean, relational addictions, TV, things like, I wasn't really, that kind of stuff bores me anyways. I'm more of an intellectual, artistic person. But what I'm going to document this fast. I usually like to introvert when I'm fasting because it's so deep and the healing is so intense, but I feel led to document each day. So today is day 2. Yesterday I felt a little bit of headache, but again, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke cannabis. I mean, all these things, boom, boom, just gone from my life. I pray. Now, the prayer, I have to say, is really key. Prayer and a spiritual life when you're fasting, because that's what's feeding you. And then the juices. So I will be posting juice recipes, and when I get off the fast, raw and living food recipes, and different tips on natural beauty, exercise. I am a yoga teacher as well, and I do have a website which I'll put below. It's called Beautify You Health, where I am offering juice cleanse coaching, juice cleanses. I have a natural hair oil that I sell. And yes, so today is day 2, and I'm out taking a walk. I've been pretty productive in the morning. My energy, when you're fasting, it goes up and down, and that's okay. You learn how to sit with the uncomfortable, and that's where you start getting rid of addictions. You sit in it. You don't drown yourself with things that aren't serving you, that aren't good for you. You do, like, you get out in nature, you enjoy the simple things, the beautiful flowers, the sunshine, the forest. Anyways, this is my first video, and stay tuned for more. Bless you. Ciao.